What is good, people? My name is Kyo. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that liked, commented, and subscribed to the channel. Numbers are growing, so thank you so much for the support. Without any more delays, in this video, I'll be reacting to Dead Space, one of my favorite space games that I've played back when I was young. Big fan of Dead Space. I played Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. I streamed them. And I played them and had a lot of good times. So mix horror, mix lots of thriller moments. Love the cutscenes, especially when you deal with bosses. So I might stream it again, but the remake. So I'll be reacting to the preview and give you my thoughts on it. If I have a couple of flashbacks, I'll give you my thoughts as well. Let's go. All right, volume's up. Let's watch this. High hopes. I have very high hopes. I think if the graphics is on point and they upgrade a couple of things in terms of gameplay, like quick shift and fast accessibility to like the bot that sells you the equipment, I think it'd be pretty cool. All right, let's go.
As far as I'm concerned, the original 2008 Dead Space still looks and plays pretty good today. Its art design alone goes a long way towards keeping it looking fresh amongst 2022's next-gen dazzlers. But despite that enduring appeal, Dead Space is yet another classic game getting the full remake treatment, and where developer EA Motive seemingly uncovered the most space for improvement is in the margins and fine details.
All right.
No matter how well I think the original holds up, it's admittedly
looks really good. That looks really good.
EA Motive showed off to the press during our lengthy preview of the upcoming remake. My time with the preview build evoked fond memories of the original while reminding me
I remember this part where like you start with just this pulse gun or this shotgun, whatever, magnetic gun, and then you had these crawlers, and every time you shoot them, they would lose a part of themselves, like a piece, a chunk, and they still keep moving forward. I was freaking out. I was like, this gun is not helpful, and you had limited amount of bullets. But all in all, it's really nice. The blood on the floor, the lighting is scary. Okay.
Gnarly Dead Space was in the first place.
Oh my god.
While gruesome games were admittedly in their golden era during the mid-2000s, Dead Space really tried to outdo the
Oh my god, he is so fucked. Oh, he is so fucked.
You through the head if you aren't too careful.
Oh my god, that looks so good. I like how you see in the facial expression of the person that got popped. You could see the pain, and at the same time you could see like he's just panicking. Oh my god. What the heck? All right.
The USG Ishimura, where Dead Space is set.
Look at that. I know you could see blood, and you could see Survivor in the original Dead Space, but it was not this detailed. This is actually looking like a battle armor. I don't know, like the original Dead Space, it made me feel like, yes, I had a space suit more than an armor suit. That's just my feeling on it. But this one, like the fact that you see the details of this makes me believe like this is more armor than spacesuit. That's pretty cool. Look at this. Look at the blood. What happened to her hand? Okay, I do not remember that part. What the heck? It looks like if this feels like a little bit like Resident Evil, like third-person view. Holy shit! Can you imagine like Alien Isolation doing this but third-person view? Ooh boy, that would be a game.
The Ishimura is hands down the least welcoming ship in any universe, and being able to see this rust-colored behemoth,
I remember him,
detail is breathtaking. It can also be fully explored without any loading screens or cutscenes. To be able to freely walk through this terrifying labyrinth only makes one of gaming's greatest locations even more glorious. Motive has made a big
I remember when you had to go in space and go around and just navigate and then not fly but like float with your, you know, pressure boots just pushing you forward, backward, etc. It felt like at the time it was the closest thing to Iron Man. Yeah, holy cow! You could see the crack on the wall and stuff. Wow. Okay.
Deal about how new tech like this can be found underneath the hood, from the peeling system.
And I think he mentioned like there's no load in when you go from one area to another. That I think will improve greatly the experience. I'm a big fan of that.
That gives the necromorphs even more layers to surgically hack away, to audio tech that
Oh,
dynamically
wow.
reacts to whether Isaac is hurt or not.
Wow.
Beyond these cosmetic changes, Motive has introduced one more impressive trick to add a layer of intensity that didn't exist previously, aptly called the Intensity Director. The Intensity Director was developed to solve an interesting side effect of the remake's more open map. While Dead Space originally relied on scripting terrifying moments for maximum scares, this Ishimura deserves to be explored to its fullest.
Oh, that is scary. Like, every time when you go in a room and you see the room basically activating, because you're there and like it's not that you're just killing monsters, it's the fact that the environment changes. That, to me, is like, it keeps you on your toe all the time. It feels so much more grittier. I don't know. To me, it feels more horror now, which is good.
But that means if you backtrack, you might not be worried about going into certain.
Okay, like this is cool. Like there's some rooms that are well lighted and some other rooms that are not that well and not as bright. But more importantly, like if you don't aim with your gun, you won't. I wouldn't have been able to see this creature as clear. I'd just be blindly like, you know, walking in. Interesting. Wow. Keeps you on your toes. Cool.
Rooms that you've already cleared. The Intensity Director says, not so fast. Its presence isn't overly advertised, but it's always there to shake things up or disturb you in new ways if you're ever feeling too safe.
Okay, I'm not even playing. Okay, and the sound effect. Holy moly! Can you imagine having that full blast playing in the dark? Okay. Wow.
According to Motive, there are hundreds of events that can play out depending on the dice roll, from environmental effects like light and smoke to even necromorph spawns. Some can be very subtle, and it took a couple of instances of backtracking for me to think to myself, wait, did this room always hiss like this? Rather than thinking of these additions as game-changing, the remake's new features make an already great game even better. The peeling system, for example,
Oh
as
my
Motive calls
God.
it, adds layers upon layers to the necromorphs, giving each horrifying monster additional flesh.
Oh my
tendons,
god, he
and
just
bones to
goes
have.
at it and
The
the
ability to dismember
creature
your
just
enemies
doesn't
is still
stop.
satisfying, but the added gore only makes the experience that much more.
That's right,
and it seems
added gore. Like you can
appropriate to use
tell
here.
the blood is just well done,
The peeling
pouring.
system is also an appropriate metaphor for the remake itself, which is
What is he
focused on
doing?
increasing the depth of an experience that fans already know and love.
Oh,
All
he's
this is
fucked.
to say, if you remember Dead Space looking good, it now looks even better. And if you remember Dead Space sounding good, it sounds even better too.
Wow.
Dead Space sits in the middle ground of recent remakes.
I remember
and
the
always
slow-mo.
will. It's not as old as Resident Evil 2.
Slow-mo is a very useful word. I remember. And the fact that I remember when you threw a slow-mo, you would see the other character, the enemy just slowly like moving forward towards you or basically stopping in time and space. This one, I think you could see a little bit clearer that his limbs are actually moving towards you like slowly. I think that's really cool. From what I remember, I think, but this is really nice. I like that, and I like the fact that it's not just glowing where there's a force field. Like you could see the static, the electromagnetic force. That is nice add-on.
2 or 3, but not quite as recent as The Last of Us. I still believe the gold
I
standard.
like I like how the blood just pours out like ketchup, like a fountain. It's funny.
Might be Capcom's revival of
RPD,
Resident Evil 2,
Resident
which
Evil.
essentially
That's what I
created a
thought.
new game from the foundations of some old but very good ideas, while The Last of Us Part 1 offers a chance to play the best version of an already good game. But Dead Space provides something in between.
Oh, yo, the gun looks so
There's enough
cool.
new in here that will make the first Dead Space obsolete, but not enough for me to think this will be a wholly new experience. Instead, there's depth where there wasn't before, and layers upon deliciously sick layers of extra detail to enjoy. These additions
That's
don't exactly
amazing.
breathe new life into Dead Space, as much as they give fans new and old alike something new and meaty to bite into.
I like how the flash, the environment flashes sometimes. Like you see light and it just bounces back, and you see different type of light, and so it gives you a good sense of where the light is coming. I remember playing back then, and when there was flash, like mostly like the entire screen would just be a lot brighter from what I remember. Okay, this is actually nice. This is really nice. This is what I'm saying. The blood just pours like unlimited ketchup.
For another terrifying game, check out IGN's preview of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
I remember this. Oh my god. All right. Couple things. Damn. I like the fact that those monsters are very much like improved graphic. It looks hella scary. If I didn't, like I said, if I didn't know it was Dead Space, I would think it would be a horror game. It's like Resident Evil. I like the detail of the suit. I love the fact that you can see the facial expression of the other people and how like they're in pain. I think it adds on to the scary part. Yeah, so very much looking for. I love the fact that you enter certain rooms that don't have power, and it's pitch black unless you aim. That makes it a lot scary because now you have the environment reacting to it, and you don't see the creature, but you see glimpse of what's glowing of them. That is scary. Anyway, this is my full reaction to Dead Space Remake. I will for sure play it. I only have great memories of Dead Space, so if I were to recommend it, absolutely. To me, Dead Space is a solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, so if the remake goes well, easily hit 10 out of 10. So this is my reaction. If you enjoy what I had to say, and if you want to support me, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for taking the time to watching this video. It means the world to me. So stay safe, have fun gaming. Take care.